You're in a hotel elevator, you reach over to press your floor, and you scan the buttons. 10, 11, 12. Then 14, you blink, look again. 12, 14. No 13 anywhere. The floor exists, the building is clearly tall enough, but the number is just gone. Most people notice it for a second and move on, assume it's a superstition thing. But here's what nobody tells you. This isn't just a quirk. It's a business decision worth hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And the reason it started has nothing to do with bad luck. It goes back to a Norse god, a dinner table, and a fear so widespread it has a clinical name. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why some of the most rational, profit-driven companies in the world let a number on a button make their decisions for them. The fear of the number 13 is called Triskaidekaphobia, and it is not rare. Studies estimate that somewhere between 10 and 20% of people in Western countries experience genuine anxiety around the number. Not just mild discomfort. Real measurable anxiety that changes their behavior. They won't book a room on the 13th floor. They won't stay on the 13th of the month if they can avoid it. For a hotel running 300 rooms, that's 30 to 60 people who will specifically request a different floor, complain, or not book at all. Multiply that by 365 nights a year, then multiply that across thousands of hotels. And suddenly skipping one number on an elevator panel makes complete financial sense. But where did this fear actually come from? Because nobody is born afraid of a number. Something had to teach people that 13 was dangerous. And the answer goes back further than you'd expect, and comes from two completely different places at the same time. The first origin is the Last Supper. 13 people at the table, Jesus and his 12 disciples. Judas, the one who betrayed him, was the 13th to sit down. From that moment, 13 became the number of the traitor in Christian tradition. For centuries across Europe, having 13 guests at a dinner table was considered deeply unlucky. People would refuse to sit as the 13th. Some would leave rather than complete the number. The second origin comes from Norse mythology. 12 gods were invited to a banquet in Valhalla. Loki, the god of mischief, arrived uninvited as the 13th guest. His presence led directly to the death of Baldur, the god of light and joy. Two completely separate ancient cultures, thousands of miles apart, both landed on 13 as the number you don't want at your table. That overlap is what made the superstition stick. Now here's the part that surprised me most, because the 13th floor problem isn't just about hotels, and the scale of how far this goes, once you see it, is genuinely hard to believe. According to the Otis Elevator Company, the company that manufactures more elevators than anyone on the planet, around 85% of the elevator panels they install in American buildings have no button for the 13th floor. Not just hotels, office buildings, hospitals, apartment towers. The floor physically exists. The people on it are one floor above the 12th, but the button says 14, and it gets stranger when you cross borders. In China, Japan, and Korea, the unlucky number isn't 13, it's 4. Because in Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese, and Korean, the word for 4 sounds almost identical to the word for death. So buildings there skip floor 4. Some skip every floor with a 4 in it, 4, 14, 24, 34. In Italy, the number 17 carries the fear. In many Italian hotels, you'll find floors jumping from 16 to 18. Same psychology, different number, same missing button. The superstition isn't universal, but the human need to avoid an unlucky number, that part is everywhere. And here is the part that connects all of this directly to you, because whether you believe in the superstition or not, it has almost certainly affected a decision you made without realizing it. Think about the last time you booked a hotel. If the site showed you a room on the 13th floor, even if you consciously don't believe in bad luck, there was probably a split-second hesitation. Maybe you scrolled past it. Maybe you picked the 12th or the 14th without thinking about why. That hesitation is what hotels are engineering around. They're not skipping the floor because they believe in the superstition. They're skipping it because enough of their customers do, consciously or not, to make the empty rooms a real financial problem. The building hasn't changed. The floor is still there. The guests on the actual 13th floor, the one labeled 14, have no idea they're sleeping one story above where the panic is. So the next time you step into a hotel elevator and scan those buttons, 12, then 14, nothing in between, you'll know the full story.